Hey guys, John here. Today's video is going to be a brief overview of the rack system that I have for my green tree pythons. Since the last video, if you guys are regular watchers, I have added one new addition on top of the two I recently got. And this video is more or less to describe a little bit more in depth about the individual snake, who produced it, what's happening with it, and where I'm kind of hoping to go in the future. So for you guys that have watched me in the past, these guys have been in their tubs and will soon, I'll see if I can get it to focus, will soon be upgrading. The reason I say soon is because I did have a few plans for these guys to be in their adult enclosures by now, but a few things fell through and I don't necessarily have the means of getting that done in a timely manner. So they'll just be being upgraded to their 27-litre tubs, which should have happened ages ago, but just haven't got around to it. The tubs are all made, I just have to make the rack system for them. So pretty simple fix, and excited to get them in there for at least another few months before I can get their adult enclosures happening. So we'll get into talking about some of these snakes. So we'll start with this one. This one right here is a production of Kyle Brown. It's my high yellow female. Absolutely stunning snake. You don't necessarily see a lot of snakes like this here in Australia, but a few key breeders have some really high yellow stuff, which I particularly absolutely love the look of. And I'm very, very lucky that I have a pretty good example of a high yellow animal. Fingers crossed it tends to stay like that, but it is still young. So we'll see where it goes. So this is production, I'm not sure if I said, of Kyle Brown. Awesome dude. Also known as Treetop Chondros on Instagram. So if you are wanting to check out some really cool stuff, definitely check him out. Now, this one was a yellow neonate. A lot of my stuff, or majority of my collection, is all yellows. I believe there's a big craze about the reds at the moment, but in terms of what I want to do, I want to produce some really high quality yellow animals. I love the look of the reds. I have a few in the collection, but it's more or less, I believe, selective breeding has chosen the reds, as they tend to, or believe to, throw higher percentage color off throws and crazy stuff. So I really want to focus on yellows and see where that takes me. So starting off with this really cool example of this girl, getting some really nice blue. Let's see if I can focus. Really nice blue along the white scales here. All very tame. Hopefully she doesn't climb out now that I've touched her. Spoke too soon. I'll grab a lid. I'll grab a lid for her. So really, really nice animal. The snake next to it, same production of Kyle Brown, is a sibling to that yellow one. This one here is a red neonate. Really doesn't show the colors well on camera, but it's a high blue animal. It's because it's going to shed as well. High blue around the face and dorsal, as well as a lot of white speckled coming through. So really stunning animals. So far, these ones have been proven out to be girls, the last two. And I will be probing them for the first time. I'm just basing that off shed, which realistically I should be able to tell by now, but it's not proven. So I will see what the outcome of that is fairly soon. Now, the next one in the collection is a production of Mitchell Burke, someone who doesn't produce any animals anymore, but nevertheless had an amazing collection. I'm not going to pull this tub out just because it has the temperature probe, and it is a bit of a pain to get in and out. I will hopefully be able to turn the snake. Really, really cool animal. Is once again going to shed, so it doesn't show off its color. Also a red neonate. So all of these guys you've just seen, these last three, are about 2 years, or a little over two and a half years old now. And almost 3 years, I believe, yeah. So hopefully we're getting to age. I've been making a conscious effort packing on some size on these guys. So we shall see where that takes us in the coming coming year, basically. Now, we'll move on to a snake I am particularly fond of. Down here, we'll get this girl out. Once again, another girl. That one is confirmed a boy, so that's exciting. So we'll see where that takes us. This, once again, is another yellow neonate. Is quite dark because, once again, it's unfortunately going to shed. Not filming the best times for these guys, these snakes. Now, this one is a really high blue animal. It is a, to my knowledge, an Aussie Sarong cross mix. The only pure animals I have, I've got 2 Aussie girls, and that's just because they were available at the time and I really did like the look of them. But in terms of everything else is PNG outcross mixed, which is designer chondros is what I'm going for. So as you can see, got a heap of melanin in there. The last 3 snakes don't have particularly, if any, melanin or black pigment to them. Although they do have the genetics for it. So the first 2 that I showed you, productions of Kyle Brown, a few of their clutch mates had quite a bit of melanin in them, and I'm a little bit jealous that mine didn't have them, but nevertheless, mine are still really great examples of some stunning snakes. And produced or bred back to the right animals, you will see that develop over time. So Red Earth Reptiles is the breeder on Instagram if you want to check it out. Dan, awesome fellow, will certainly look after you. Is working with some stunning animals currently. Very, very excited for all these guys to produce this year. Very, very exciting. So little Neo I have down here, once again, is a Kyle Brown production. I'll pull this little boy or girl out. Now, this animal here, once again, nothing really to, what's the best, to discuss other than it's still going through its color changes, and really exciting times ahead in terms of what will be produced out of this animal. So super, super cool. Great color on it. We'll see where it goes. Now, this animal here, a little bit of a, what's the word, more connected, I guess, to this animal for the strict fact that I sold the mum to a good friend of mine, Liam, who is the Chondro Collective on Instagram. So definitely take a look at him. This one here, really stunning Neo. Biac outcross. Very, very excited to see what will happen with this guy or girl. So super, super patterned, holding a lot of that yellow. I know a lot of its clutch mates have recently changed or are in the process of changing. This one seems to be holding out a little bit longer, which for high yellow animals, I'm starting to notice that that's the case, that they really just hold out and then slowly develop over time. Now, the last or the newest addition to the collection is this one down here. This is a production of Ray Field, or Python Palace on Facebook. Now, this one here was a clutch of red and yellow Neos. The last Liam's, who you just saw previously, was a yellow only clutch, and Kyle Brown's, of course, is a red due to the previous reds that I showed you from the clutch. This one here is a yellow end or a mixed clutch of potential mite phase animals. I don't have too much details on the parents, although if it is what I believe it came from, I very much so look forward to seeing this one change. Bit of a lucky dip, see where I go with this one. If it's not what I like, I'll just move it on. There'll be plenty of people happy to take a production like this. So a little bit different, very minimal patterning, and nevertheless really, really nice. So that's the latest edition I have here in the, I guess, room. Apart from that, not too much has changed. wait lists as per normal, always on them. Hopefully this year I'll see some new stuff come through. This rack will soon be going because it, to be honest, looks like trash, as well as I plan to get a fair few more, and this is not going to work. So I have my adults over here. I'll do another video on them later on. Glass enclosures, also completely doing away with them. Not a fan of them anymore. I made them work because I had them and I had to, but in terms of keeping consistency and quality, I definitely recommend getting your PVC and or melamine or some other enclosures done. So hope you guys enjoy this. It's a little bit longer than my normal videos. Let me know in the comments below or just message me. I will be doing an upgrade video on the tubs of how I make those like the previous ones I did, and you guys can follow along in the journey. So hope you like this video. I'll see you in the next one.